want to talk about choosing a release, we'll talk about spring trigger.
My number one favorite release.
The truth is, it's really a simple release, and if nothing else, just what I'm comfortable with.
Hi, my name's Tim Gillingham here. I'm at Las Vegas, Nevada, here to give you a little tech tip on how I shoot a command style release. Many of you know I shoot a command style release, and whether I shoot a thumb button or my favorite release that I shoot right now is a Scott Wildcat. Okay, I prefer the strap connection, although I do shoot some of the barrel connections if I'm shooting a pop-up event or for hunting. It tends to hook up faster without, getting an elbow in the release like this. So one of the keys to shooting a command style release, which realistically when it's done properly is a subconscious release. One of the big things you want to look at is you want to make sure before you start aiming that your finger is actually on the trigger, okay? And much like a target rifle, you wouldn't find a sniper or a bench rest rifle shooter shooting a very heavy trigger. It kind of works like, the sight picture is what fires your shot. So when everything comes centered up, your brain gets the signal that that's the time. And so if there's a delay between that time your brain gives the signal and the time the shot actually fires, you may have moved out of the spot. So very important that you have a light trigger. And I even put a little grip tape on my trigger so that there's no slippage there. So one of the reasons I also like an index finger is that it keeps everything in a linear line. So I can make a few more mistakes on the back end and it seems not to penalize me as bad as a handheld. If I take a handheld and I grip it slightly different, then I'm gonna get left and rights because it's kicking the jaw position left or right slightly. So depends on your shooting style. It does lead to a little bit of anticipation issues. I mean, that's hard to deal with sometimes, especially here in this tournament like Las Vegas. The best advice I can give you for that is visualization drills are probably your best combat for anticipation. It's usually a mental thing, it's a mental block. Human nature is that we don't want to allow ourselves to be successful. So you need to visualize yourself in those positions, whether you're hunting deer or you're in a tournament. You want to visualize yourself comfortable in that situation and executing that shot exactly like you want to. If you got target panic is simply a mind block, okay? It's kind of similar to a panic attack, okay? And if you dwell on it, it's going to get worse and worse, okay? So you need to fix it the instant it props up, and you fix that with some visualization drills. By visualizing exactly what you want to see happen, you'll have a much more likely chance of it actually happening the way you want it to.